Hey, hey, let's get some messages from our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Crossed over loved ones. Oh, they just flew right out. To the sea and flexible. All right. To the sea talks about being like in the flow, and being flexible just says, go with whatever. It's like, I feel like with all the planets that we have in retrograde right now, you kind of have to be a little more limber as to how life is showing up for you and how you're showing up for life. And I feel for a lot of you, there's something here about going by the book. All right. We've got peace. We've got, what else do we have? Blessed. We have truth be told. We have to be fair. Clean it up. And one more, spirit. What do we got here? Thinker. Bottom of the deck, orphaned. Okay. Okay, this is a little bit of a heavy energy. I'm not going to lie. With the overall energy being orphaned, I feel like for a lot of you, you're going at life alone. Or you feel all alone in life. It's like you see everybody else, kind of out there doing their own thing and stuff. And I feel like being that when I talked about a crossed over loved one, I feel like for some of you, you're in a place of sorrow right now. There could have been somebody who passed away recently, because that's what I'm getting here. And I feel like a truth was exposed through another family member, okay? Which is a blessing to them, but to you, it almost feels like you're feeling left all alone. You're feeling out to the sea all by yourself. There's some depression that comes along with this. I'm not going to lie. And I feel like you do kind of need to be flexible with the way that life is kind of leading you into something different. And I feel like this is all a blessing. And I almost feel like one person's blessing is your heartache. I do feel like there was some type of a truth that was exposed to you about something, about a family member. That brings happiness for someone else. But again, I'm getting the pain that it's causing you. And I feel like you're all up in your head about this. I'm seeing an egg here, and they're showing me the emphasis on the baby elephant. So did you find out that someone was pregnant? You could have found out that an ex or someone in your immediate family was having another child or having a child. Yeah, because I'm getting the eggs here, and I feel like somebody kind of kept it quiet. They were holding back, not saying anything. And then this truth was exposed. Truth be told. And maybe it was because of death in the family. Somebody, again, feeling orphaned. I've got, how many fives here do I have? Yeah, there was a change. We got 2 5s here. 23 adds to a 5 and 14 adds to, I'm sorry, we have 3 5s as the overall energy. The orphan card. There was a change. There was a change. And it created a lot of heartache and pain. Sadness, regret. I know what this is. Somebody passed away in your family. Someone else has come out and said that they were pregnant. And I feel like the soul that passed away is coming through another portion of the family. And it's to bring in balance, but it's hurting another person. Even though this is a blessing. And now it's got you all up in your head. And I almost feel, and I just got confirmation on that, thank you, Spirit. I almost feel like you were hoping it would be you. And because it's not you, it's creating sorrow and sadness. I feel like these individuals kept it quiet because it wasn't the right time. But I feel like we have 2 11s here, so you could be seeing 1111, all right? And then the 1111, but smack dab in the center is the 22. So 1111, 11 plus 11 is 22. 22 talks about partnerships, relationships. Regardless of your feelings towards this situation, it was fated. It was fated. And as much as it may hurt, as much as it brings in pain, I feel like it brings in pain for them too. Because it's almost like, we lose someone in our family, right? And then it's like almost never the right time to have another child, or, when are you supposed to stop grieving? When are you supposed to get back into your life? And I don't know if you heard that bird. Hopefully the microphone picked up on that bird, but I do feel like you did get a message. And I see the bird right here showing up. It's the dove of peace. And I feel like this is a blessing, regardless of how much it may hurt. I feel like it is a blessing. Isn't this weird? Look, I see these 2 cards, and then I see someone sprouting from those eggs. The egg. How long are you supposed to grieve? And I understand that if it's fresh, there's no time limit on grief. There's no time limit on sadness. There's no time limit. Everybody's going to grieve in their own way. But whatever is fated and destined is fated and destined, and it's to bring back balance into a situation. To end a cycle. But someone here is overthinking, overanalyzing the situation, thinking about, and I think you need to start thinking about what you need to do. It's not always about bringing a child back into the world. Sometimes it's about birthing in new ideas, birthing in a new business, birthing in a new lifestyle, a new way of thinking, being, believing. Some of you need to get back into exercising and moving your body. I feel like moving your body is going to be very important. But I'm also getting there are windows of opportunities for you. So never look at someone else's blessing as something that is terrible or bad for someone. It has no bearing on you. And yeah, it may hurt because it's not with you or it's not yours, but that doesn't mean that you can't go out and manifest it. I feel like there was a deep knowing. There was a deep knowing. They're showing me this owl on the top of her head. There was a deep knowing that this was going to happen. Maybe it just didn't happen the way you expected it to happen. But again, destiny is in control here. This isn't about you. So don't take it personally. Don't look at what somebody else has or what somebody else is doing as a stain on you. Because again, it's part of their destiny. I just feel like your destiny is in a different arena. It's going to come in a different way. Maybe somebody's comes in through, like I said earlier, a child, and yours comes through a business. Just because it's not a physical baby that you can hold into your arms doesn't mean that this business isn't a child. You got to water it. You got to nurture it. You got to watch it grow. Or maybe it's about moving. Maybe for some of you, it's about moving. I almost just feel like you're in this desert and it's just a bunch of mirages right now. But I feel like your blessings are going to come trickling in. You just can't see it yet. But you got to clean up the way that you're looking at life and the way that you're looking at other people. Never try to covet what somebody else has. Fives are change created by outside forces beyond your control, and there's nothing you can do about it, but you are being watched over. Maybe you prayed for this thing to happen for you, and it's just not happening right now. Doesn't mean that it can't happen in the future. If you want something bad enough and you have that dream, then you can manifest that dream. We have 22, we have 11, 11, 22, and 44. I think you need to clean up the way that you're thinking about things, because regardless of whether or not you say, this is not fair, it is fair. It's fair in Spirit's eyes. Regardless, again, of how you think or believe, it's fair. And I'm sorry to say that it might not make you happy. And I see someone here with their arms crossed, like, oh. Being happy for someone else never costs you a damn thing. And isn't it like ironic where it says, never, what is that saying? Never covet someone else's stuff or whatever. Don't try to covet what someone else has, or put that in the description box if you know what I'm saying here. And it doesn't have to be a child, okay? Not everybody is going to be a child. It could be, you see somebody else, giving birth to a new business, or you see them giving birth to a new life, or, maybe they're getting married or whatever. And you're the one feeling orphaned. You're the one feeling all alone, like nobody else understands you. Why them, not me? Well, because that's the mindset that you're in. Maybe, in order for us to manifest something, we have to be in alignment with it. If you're not in alignment with it, because you're too worried about what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is getting, well, then all you're doing is holding yourself back. You need to clean up that way of thinking. At the end of the day, regardless of anybody else's feelings, this is a blessing. The center of the reading is, this is a blessing. Wow. Kind of a heavy reading here today, you guys. I think it's with the moon in Scorpio. I'm not surprised. We're going to be going into the moon in Sagittarius later on. Not today, but I'm recording this on Sunday. I believe on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. We have the moon in the morning. It'll be in Scorpio. And then in the evening time, or later on in the afternoon, morning, afternoon, depending on where you are, it will be in Sagittarius. And I think that this darkness will kind of lift out. But being the fact that we're in Scorpio moon, this is all about death and rebirth and transformation and, secrets, because Pluto rules secrets, Pluto being the ruler of Scorpio. Some type of a secret could have been revealed. Again, there's the truth be told. So I feel like there is a truth being revealed right now, and it can bring pain and sorrow to someone else. And I'm really sorry that that's the way that you are feeling. And my condolences to you if you have lost somebody. And that's exactly what we're doing, is talking to someone from the other side. So this person is watching over you. You can see them in the background, even though you feel orphaned, you feel all alone, you feel, like the world is just handing you like shitty plate after shitty plate. I think at the end of the day, I think you need to start thinking about where you want to move forward and start doing things, by the book. Maybe it's time. You've been going against the grain this entire time and doing everything all flip-floppy, with no purpose. You're just out here wandering. And maybe it's time for you to really start thinking about, being in more of control of like where you're headed, and realizing like you can manifest the world. And that's what your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors are trying to tell you. Your crossed over loved ones are trying to show you the way. But it's going to take you cleaning up your life in order to align to your destiny. I love you guys all so much. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel grow. You guys, I love you all so very much. Check me out over on Facebook and Instagram under the Footsteps to Peace and Peace Unhinged Tarot. And thank you to everyone who has donated to my channel. I love you guys. Take care.